The outlook for a lot of companies investing in cloud computing has suddenly become a bit cloudy itself, especially after the hotly anticipated initial public stock offering for the cloud storage startup Box has now been delayed. Dominic Chu has more now on the forecast for some of the companies doing business in cloud.
Cloud computing. It's one of the latest hot topics for investors all over the world. These days, companies are running more of their businesses over virtual networks with remote computers, servers, and storage. Basically, if you watch streaming movies or TV shows over Netflix, you're using the cloud. Or if you're preparing your taxes online with H&R Block or TurboTax, you're using the cloud. As you can imagine, a host of different companies are involved in the infrastructure for cloud computing. Big names like EMC, or Citrix, or even Rackspace. Or they have large divisions that are working on the next generation of connected computing. Big names like, say, an IBM or an Amazon.com. Over the last year, a number of smaller companies in the industry have gone public and had tremendous gains. But they've fallen on some harder times in 2014 as investors have moved away from the buzz and sizzle of these types of stocks. Cloud companies like Marketo, Benefit Focus, and Rally Software are all down big year to date. Meanwhile, bigger name companies with cloud exposure are up, like IBM, Microsoft, and HP. Some experts think that's a trend that will continue.
It's going to get a lot tougher for the smaller guys to be competitive in the cloud because there's a big infrastructure. There's a lot of money that's spent to build this cloud, and so ultimately it's a big advantage to the larger companies that are service providers to the cloud.
That's not to say that smaller companies won't do well. After all, if they're that good at what they do, some bigger company may just buy them out and provide a nice payday for investors. But bets are being placed on the success of the best companies in the business.
The two big winners are going to be Google and Amazon. Google is coming up with more cloud services like G Drive, and Amazon has their Amazon Web Services, which basically powers a lot of companies' IT.
There isn't a lot of debate about how important connected or cloud computing will be in the future, but investors are taking different paths on how to profit from it. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Dominic Chu.